Hi, Gwen, the Patch Pixie here, also known as the Lake Worth Fairy Bard. I'm here to showcase you my new instrument that I made here, which is a synthesizer that functions or is laid out like handpans and steel tongue drums. And you can change here the root of the note. So we're on C now. We can go up to an A. And you can change the octave. We can go up or down. So check out my video on Patreon. I'm going to put it up for free. Patreon.com/GwenK, GWENK. I'll put up the video for free there. I'm showing how it's making sound. That's a bit of a look at all of the stuff. So follow me on Patreon for the full video where we go in depth, looking at how it works. Because I made this all myself from scratch, piece by piece, connecting it all together. So you have here this thing that looks like a bug's compound eye, making the note. So we got our root note here, which is selected by our piano keyboard here, which sends out a number here, a MIDI number that's 48. So C3 is a 48, which middle C is 60. And then, the C above that would be 72, because each number is a half step. Each number goes up by a half step. So middle C is 60, 61 would be a C sharp, 62 would be D, and so on and so forth. You add 12 to it. 12 half steps is an octave. So adding 12 or subtracting 12 will change the octave. So if we're here, we have a C3. If we go up 12, we have the octave up. I still need to figure out how to get it to change from here, but I gotta figure that out. That's one thing. I'm still learning this application. This is PatchWorld VR. Okay, so anyway, this sets our initial root note, which comes over here to this math block. This is the math block that adds whatever number you hit over here. So it'll add that number to put out the MIDI number, which then sends to the first. It sends to each of these. This is a polyphonic synthesizer. Each of these buttons corresponds to a corresponding synthesizer that generates one note. So the root note, the lowest note on the scale, which is the C48 here, which this is just a readout of the number. We send it into this little block, which is a MIDI to frequency converter. So it takes 48 and it converts it to that C, which is 130.81 hertz, which hertz is the measure of frequency, which is the cycles per second, the number of times something goes back and forth every second. So this C, if it was a string vibrating, it would vibrate back and forth 130 times every second. And so same like with these speakers going up and down. So this data gets wirelessly sent to this receiver here, which sends it to two spots. These are two oscillators. They are generating a tone. This is a sine wave, and this is a triangle wave. And they're being added together to create a sound. And the sine wave, I'm using this multiplier here to double the number. So it's twice, the frequency is twice the lower frequency, which is the octave above. We hear it as the same note, but an octave above. It's just twice as fast. So they're being added together, and this little guy is an envelope generator that tells it when to start and stop. And then this is an EQ. So these two sounds together, plus some, not an EQ, this is reverberation, plus the reverb gets us this sound. And this is a little, just a fader. We can adjust the volume, and then this speaker, you can see it vibrating there is what's actually If that wasn't attached, it wouldn't be making any sound. So there's one of these for each of the buttons on the bug thing, and they're each tuned to a different note. And my goal is to eventually have a button that you can change the intervals between the notes by essentially choosing your scale. And this is the Big Bear scale that you can find a lot of handpans or tongue drums in, which is kind of a mode of C minor where the lower notes are a pentatonic scale. And then the upper notes are just like the regular minor scale. Which is cool laying them out like this because then you have arpeggios up and down the sides. So my goal is to eventually have a button you can hit that changes the scale and the relative scale of the notes after choosing your root note. And how that works is each of these tells the different synthesizers over here what frequency to play based off of math. It's all math. So, and we add half steps essentially. So we have our root note here. C is 48. We go up 5. This block adds 5 half steps, which up to 43, which is 174.61 hertz. Which I should get a MIDI. So that's 5 half steps. 5 half steps above C would be the F. So it would be an F. So that's an F. So, and then so on and so forth. Then we have 7 half steps up, which would be the G, which is the 5th. 10, 12 half steps up is the octave. So 60, that's the next C. So that's middle C right there. So 261.63 hertz, that's middle C. We keep going down, 14, 15, 17, 19, and then 22. And if I added, I'm going to add some more more oscillators and everything. So we'll add another octave. That'll be 24. Will be the next C above. But I have lots more to do. I just did this in about an hour last night. After from start to finish of this project. I had kind of built some of these. I had been playing around with this stuff for a while. But I just decided this is what I ended up with after playing like an hour or two last night. So yeah, more to come. Stay tuned. This is the BugEye synthesizer. Handpan synthesizer. So that's the BugEye drum. Okay, thanks for watching. See you all in the next episode.